The year is 1450. The desert wind carries dust across the Sahel. In the distance, a caravan appears. Hundreds of camels, salt blocks stacked high, gold hidden in leather pouches. They are not heading to Europe. They are not heading to the coast. They are heading to Kano. Behind towering mud walls, a city waits. Markets buzz. Scholars debate. Indigo dye stains the hands of artisans. This is not the Africa you were taught about. This is the world of the Hausa Kingdoms, and today we walk through their gates. Welcome to Motherland Origins. Long before colonial borders carved up West Africa, the Sahel was alive with cities, not scattered villages. Cities, walled, organized, taxed, governed. Among them stood Kano, one of the most powerful commercial centers in the region. Its walls stretched for miles, built in stages over centuries. Inside those walls, blacksmiths forged tools, weavers dyed cloth in deep indigo pits, merchants negotiated prices in crowded markets, and every caravan that arrived strengthened the city. But Kano was not alone. Across the region ruled sister states, Katsina, Zaria, Gobir, Daura, independent, competitive, connected. Together, they formed what history remembers as the Hausa Bakwai, the 7 true Hausa states. Let me ask you something. Where were we told civilization only rose along rivers like the Nile? When here, in the dry Sahel, cities were thriving. Let's go deeper. Every great civilization tells a story about its beginning. For the Hausa people, it begins with a stranger, a prince named Bayajida. Legend says he arrived in Daura from the east. The city had a problem. A serpent guarded the well. No one could draw water except once a week. Fear controlled the people. Bayajida killed the serpent. Water flowed freely again. He married the queen, and their sons became rulers of the Hausa states. Now pause. Whether myth or metaphor, this story tells us something powerful. Leadership was tied to courage, authority was tied to protection, and political legitimacy was sacred. Zoom out. The Sahara was not a barrier, it was a highway. Caravans moved north to Tripoli and Cairo. They brought salt, they carried gold, they returned with books, textiles, ideas. In Katsina, scholars copied manuscripts. Islamic law shaped governance. Mosques anchored city life. This was not isolation. This was globalization. Centuries before the word existed. While Europe was navigating feudal wars, Hausa merchants were negotiating across continents. History is larger than the version we were handed. By the 14th century, Islam had deeply influenced the Hausa states. But here's the nuance. Islam did not erase Hausa identity. It blended with it. Local customs endured. Political structures adapted. Markets flourished under religious legitimacy. In Kano, the chronicle records dynasties rising and falling. In Zazal, modern Zaria, queens and kings strengthened defensive walls and trade. These were dynamic societies, evolving, negotiating power, competing for influence. But prosperity brings tension. Rivalry between states intensified. Questions of religious reform emerged. By the early 1800s, a scholar named Usman Danfodio challenged the rulers. He called for reform, for purification, for change. What began as a movement became a revolution. By 1804, war reshaped the region. The Hausa states were transformed under the rising Sokoto Caliphate. Political control shifted, but Hausa culture endured. Language endured. Commerce endured. Identity endured. Here's the question: when empires change hands, what truly survives? The walls or the people? Today, millions speak Hausa. Markets in northern Nigeria still echo with rhythms of trade. The legacy of Kano and its sister cities did not disappear. It evolved. The Hausa Kingdoms were not footnotes in history. They were architects of urban West Africa. And this is why we tell these stories. Because Africa was never empty, never static, never waiting to be shaped. It was building, trading, thinking, governing, long before colonization. If this story expanded your understanding, subscribe to Motherland Origins. Like, share, comment, and tell me which golden city should we enter next. Until next time, remember who you are. Remember where you come from. This is Motherland Origins.